You what I need.
Now,
If I tell you you're the one that makes my heart beat, say you go believe it. If I tell you, say you're not my one.
man on leave. Type it.
If I tell you, say now you wanna make my heart
Namaste.
beat, say you go believe it.
Got some viewers joining us now.
I wanna see you dance.
What a great song, DJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a banger. Gotta get paid to do it.
I wanna see you dance.
Is that first comment for the night? All the way from Hawaii, I think.
Thanks to Ron. How about we play the whole album, eh, DJ?
Yeah, sounds good.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
Talo Falava, and welcome to our TALANOA Live tonight. What an honor and privilege. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's our first ever couple to join us on our TALANOA Live here at our Pasifika against coronavirus. Thank you once again to the beautiful song there, DJ Tano. Hey, what was the name of the song, DJ? All right, yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, oh,
Sounds
good
nice.
stuff. Good stuff. But you know, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to introduce our couple tonight. Actually, they're originally from the UK, but they've been doing lockdown here in New Zealand and Auckland. My good friend, my also, Ben Makisi, and his lovely wife, Maina Makisi. Great to have you guys with us tonight.
Awesome.
Hi, Talofalava Malolele, everybody.
Hi.
Great to see you guys as well.
Yeah, we're well after the 4 weeks of eating. We locked down, so we're looking very well.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, it's a long time since I've seen you. Also, you were a prefect at school when I first started with your younger brother Mark Makisi, way back at Rongotai College, which is like equivalent to Yale or Harvard.
Yes.
So great to see you again. Also, and right, even at that time when I was a young boy, I knew that you had an amazing talent, amazing voice, and great to see you being able to share that with the rest of the world and making a great living and sharing it with your wife over in the UK. So probably our first question for tonight, we'll go with Ben. Ben first. So where did the whole opera and that come about? You know, why opera is, instead of other genres? How did it all start?
Well, when I was a young child, my dad was the choir master at the Wesley Methodist Church. And I always had the love for music, shared music with my family and friends. We sang everything and anything. And then I got to, my dad put me through singing lessons and piano lessons. And it was there that I was introduced to classical music. And I had this, I really enjoyed listening to the classical music, especially Handel's Messiah. That was one of my favorites. And from there, it just kind of stemmed on to high school, and I learnt the flute as well. The flute. My dad wanted me to learn the trumpet, but I decided to play the flute. And then, it kind of built on there. Saw some musicals, saw some operas for the first time. So as a young kid, seeing opera for the first time, didn't understand one word of it, but I really liked the acting part of it. And then went to university. So that was and then from there on, I just traveled all over the world singing opera. And but I just have this real passion for music and singing, and just to be blessed to have this wonderful God-given talent. Yeah. So it's amazing.
Now, I know with your opera, as you were saying, going to university, and I've heard you sing many operas in different languages. Now, would it be fair to say that you can speak some of these languages as well? Is she?
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to do my studies in Italy and in New York, but especially in Italy, I got to kind of hone into my Italian language and be able to communicate in the Italian language. I think that's pretty much more of my forte is the Italian language. So if, to all the Italians out there, buonasera.
And Tano, I know you can speak a bit of Italian. What else
Yeah.
could you say to the Italian people out there?
Probably Kyrie eleison. Just a few, just a few Catholic. You don't understand Tofinga because
Yeah,
in Wellington you
yeah.
guys don't learn.
No,
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 I
that
think
was
that was
great.
one of our main subjects, Tofinger, at the
It was.
Performing Arts
Okay.
Academy.
Yeah,
Nice.
special classical arts and things like that we study at school. But it was
Yeah.
nice, Tano, the way you spoke. It sounded more like Papua New Guinea. But anyway, Ben, with the many years that you've been performing and singing around the world, what has been one of your greatest achievements?
I think it's living the dream of being an opera singer. I think in this time, day and age, especially, it's really hard to to be a performing artist, to be able to support yourself in such really in these times, especially like now we've got this lockdown where we don't have an audience, but thank God that we've got this platform like things like the StreamYard and the Zoom to actually take it out there and let people see our talents and stuff like that. But I think also too, it's just the traveling all over the world, seeing so many different places and being able to sing in different concert theaters, the opera houses, and also too because now that I've just got into doing the cruise industry in the last 7 years, and a lot of colleagues of mine said to me, "Don't do it." But I think it's a real blessing because you get to travel, but you get to go on these 5-star cruise ships where all I thought about was with cruise ships was all these rich people. But actually, a lot of people that come on the cruise ships are pretty much down to earth. I mean, yeah, they've got a lot of money, but they're so encouraging. They always are inspired by my performances, but also too they like what I have in terms of my program, not just with the opera, not with just the musical theatre, but also incorporating the Pacific Island. Like one of my favorite songs is Musumusuatu.
Oh, yes.
And also the Maori songs as well. So yeah.
Nice.
With any of your performances, has there been one performance that has stood out? And has there ever been a time where you've had your lovely wife on stage with one of your performances?
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm with him, Ben will sing. If Ben is singing Musa Muswatu, I do get up and I do a siva because it's visual for the audience. Yeah, I do that, but then I also do the Maori etewie, and I like hahaha. So yeah, we do. Yeah, I join him on stage.
She does the full puts on the moko as well when she does her etewie. Yeah. She does the whole thing, and it's but with the Musumusuatu when she does the siva, oh my gosh, the Balangi is going, "Oh, Benjamin, you were great, but your wife was even much better." And I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Oh, it's nice to hear. Now, the other thing is, how does your Tongan and Samoan culture enhance your craft, Ben?
I think the thing is, I mean, first of all, when you see me, everyone realizes that I'm Pacific Island. I think now that traveling around the world, since Moana, everyone thinks I'm Maui. Like, even a little kid came up to me and goes, "Maui," and I went, "You're welcome." But I think it's great because people identify your ethnicity, your culture. To also incorporate that into my program as an opera singer, it makes it unique, and also like the Balangis, they say it's what's the word?
Exotic.
Exotic. They would say, "Oh, it's so exotic. Your music, your Polynesian music, it's so melodious," and they love the hand gestures and stuff like that. So yeah, I think to bring that to the world audience, it's an amazing accomplish to us, and also to identify as us Pacific Islanders as well.
Nice. We've got some other questions as well, and also TALANOA will pass through some questions that we've got on Facebook. But great to hear Ben giving us a bit of background about where your opera started and how things have been going. But we want to move now to your lovely wife, your better half, as a lot of us say, but we don't really mean it. So we'll go to Maina. Maina, look, I've checked your Instagram page. Some of my friends in the UK say they're massive fans of Maina's Kitchen. Now, see, I didn't know this about you before you guys headed off to UK. And can you tell us about how this all started?
Yeah, I really kind of just started baking in the UK because, if I want to eat it, I had to make it. But a couple of years ago, we met a lot of our Pacific Kiwis that play rugby in Bristol, because we live in Bristol. And, I'd bake for kongais or our gatherings, and the girls, which are the beautiful wives of the players, they had said, sis, if you sell it, we'll buy it. And sure enough, yeah, they did. They are my biggest,
Customers.
supporters and customers. They got hundreds of followers like you guys do. And so they posted and they just got the word out, and it kind of started from there. It's a taste of home. So, the Papopo and Afghans and
Kekepoa'a.
That's not, don't say anymore. Making me hungry now. No, because I had a look at the lovely cakes, all the things that you've been baking. And, what has been probably your top 3 main orders by the players over in the UK?
It's definitely Pagipopo. And then the second one is Kekepoa'a, and I might elaborate on the Kekepoa'a a little bit more. And then the Afghan. It's just stuff you don't get in the stores. The bakeries are different over there. So, that's probably the taste of home that we miss is, ko ngai, you want a Pagipopo, or just the Kekepoa'a instead of the Chinese dumpling. And then just the Afghan coconut ruff.
And the Balangis, also the Balangi rugby players, have a taste of New Zealand, because she makes bacon and egg pie.
Yeah, I do the pie.
Bacon and egg pie and steak and cheese pie.
And cheese.
But the bacon and egg is it's a quiche with a lid.
They don't have pies there. They're kind of more of a Cornish pasty. But they started making pies, and the Pacific brothers share it with their other teammates, and so now it's kind of cool. It's kind of really sweet.
Yeah.
Well, at least now I have the answer of the reason why some of our players around Bristol aren't losing any weight during the season, and it's all because of Maina's Kitchen. Now, what can you explain a little bit more?
It's only a cheat day. It's cheat day treat.
Cheat day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Just not on a paying day.
Also, can you, Maina and Ben, can you tell us a little bit more about your connection with our Pasifika players? Maybe even talk about maybe some of the events that you guys do together. How important is that connection with our Pacific players?
You know what? It's great. I mean, when we moved over 7 years ago, one of my closest friends from here in Auckland, who's my sister there, is Balki, and her husband is Terry Whanulua. So that was probably, because I find most of the island boys are all rugby. So it was Balki and Terry right in the beginning when we first moved over. Then a couple of years ago in Bristol, they signed up Pat Lam to be the coach. And then obviously Pat Lam, he's really done amazing things with the Bristol Bears. So we're huge Bristol rugby fans, and the players he's brought over, they're Manu Samoa legends, Ikaletahi, Fijians, ex-All Blacks. So the first family we met with the Bristol rugby team was Siale and Blossom Piutau.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then they introduced us to the other players. So there's, from Wellington, there was Tusi Pisi, Alapati Leola, Charles Piutau was there, Stephen Luatua. So all these names that we know here, they're making doing amazing things in Bristol, and their wives have become my sisters. They're also my chief testers, and they create my menu. So the girls, we become quite close sisters, and the boys, they're just wonderful supporters wherever they play. If someone wants backing, they'll take it, or they'll message me. And
one of the funny things, is that the delivery is quite interesting. We live in an apartment block, and all these rugby players come to pick up their their supplies, their baking.
Yeah.
And, they don't come in just a normal car. They come in their, Mercedes, BMWs. And so this dear old lady, she's one of our neighbors, she came up to us and she said, "Are you guys dealing drugs?"
They do. We live in a village town, and so they just see, the boys come in, walk out with foil trays.
Finger. Finger. Is that if I ask the question also?
No.
I saw on your Instagram and stuff, Jerome Kaino, good friend Joe Takori, all the French players and all that, and I saw them eating on the back of the bus, their rugby team, pangi pupos and everything, That's awesome, eh?
So they happened to play in England, and they played in the city of Bath, which is next door to Bristol. And so they, placed an order, a big order.
It was a huge order.
And so, they're very supportive there. We dropped off all the orders. They shared it with their French team. So there was a few videos of the French boys enjoying Pangipopo, and then they obviously have to travel back and put some on the bus. But those guys, they posted, and that's probably how it got, the word got out.
But also too, like the visiting rugby teams that come to play Bristol, they would message ahead to the rugby boys and say, "Hey, can you tell your baker she can make me a tray of bunny football, please?" And we'll pay for it. So that's another way of marketing.
I think my first big order was motu, motu and Jamie. It was Manu Samoa versus England, and Ben was lucky enough to sing the anthem there. But Motu ordered Pangipopo for the boys, so that was probably my first big order, and and Motu was that.
I think Motu said that it was for the boys, but it was just for Motu. But I think it's such a great thing that you're doing. I mean, we got Ben sharing our culture, through his music and his performances. And then we got you not just making the foods that our players want to eat, but also that, through your baking, the boys are able to share some of our delicacies and our foods with the other Palangi boys and other cultures. So I think it's a great thing that you're doing in terms of sharing our culture in different ways over in the UK.
Yeah, it is quite neat.
But what about while we're on lockdown? We don't know when we're going to go to level 1. We don't know when the borders are going to open where you guys can go back to the UK. What's Maina's Kitchen going to be doing? There's a lot of us wanting some pangipopos and kekepua. Is Maina's Kitchen going to be doing orders here in Auckland?
I have taken a couple of I bake mainly in the weekends because I spend the week with my niece and nephew. So in the weekend, I've done some cakes. I've done a pangipopo sale, but in Auckland, there's amazing, vendors and shops that people that already do that here. So I'm kind of on holiday, but I will do,
I know
mainly for my family.
Well, I know what you're saying, Maina, that there's a lot of, and it's true. A lot of our people are great bakers but no one but yourself has made a rongotai cake. You see, and because you are the one of the few that has made a rongotai cake, that puts you right up here at the top of some of the best and most privileged bakers ever in the history of Pasifika. So I wish you had a photo that you could share with everyone, because everyone will, even Motu, who's a Rongotai old boy, would love to have a Ma'anonu's a Rongotai old boy. Julian and Ari Savea, Rongotai old boys, they would love to have this Rongotai cake. Ben's an old boy, I'm an old boy.
Oh my God.
Kangawai wished he went to Rongotai, but he went to Auckland Girls Grammar. So, but we've got some questions here from some of our viewers. Kangawai, if you can pass them through.
Yep.
When are you coming back to Bristol? We miss you, sis, and we are all going skinny. And that's from Paul and Mile Akoi. So that's from Paul Akoi.
That's actually Alapati and Carmel Leua.
Oh, what a nice undercover name.
Yeah, undercover name. And
yeah,
you know
that's
what? Alapati Leua is my number one carrot cake customer. And my carrot cake, Alapati will have one. He never puts on weight. He has on nearly every week. And he...
Don't you just hate people like Alapati? They just eat, and don't put on any weight.
Yeah. And Carmel is the one that creates my menu. Whatever Carmel is like, I feel like this, and I add it to the menu. So I really miss them. I really miss my Bristol customers, our Bristol family.
There they are. There's Alapati, Paul, whatever's undercover. I mean, Kangawai has undercover names on Tinder as well. So, okay, we've got another question here from Tupuse Taitoa. Sing us a Samoan song, Ben. Samoan Language Week next week. So shout out from P-Town.
Don't worry, I'll be singing next week for Samoan.
There you go. There you go, Tupuse. Ben will be singing us a Samoan song to celebrate our Samoan Language Week next week. We've got another question here from Sam.
Just a few comments.
Taylor.
Just a few comments.
Oh, yeah, a few comments. We've got soul food. It connects us back to our parents and families growing up. Seki. There's a bit of love there from Zambezi Taylor to you, Maina. Also, Rosemary David. Hi, Maina and Ben.
Yeah, the David girls. Yeah, good friends. Wow. Hi, Rosie. Yeah.
Hi, Rosie. And there's another one here from Antoinette. Hi, Tanuai. Can you ring me after the show?
We got one for you, Tofinga, from Ashley Tonga.
Tanuai, if we could just focus on our program tonight. We've got another one here from our sister Stella Muller saying, hi, Ben Makisi. Love and miss you.
Oh.
Yeah. Another one here from Cindy of Samoa. Hi, Tanuai. Can you return my bag, please? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Cindy.
Wow.
You get a free night at Tamasina.
From this one, question for Maina. Maina, what's it like having Monica Galetti? I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. What's it like having Monica Galetti support you?
You know, Monica, she's a big deal in London. She's a celebrity chef. She's actually a judge on MasterChef UK for the professionals. So I met her 7 years ago at a kongai. My cousin Sani had a kongai in London. I met her there. And, you know, she's asked Ben to sing at her benefits. So she does a lot of, you know, 5-star celebrities. And she's always, you know, Ben, come and sing. Then she saw that I had opened up Maina's Kitchen and she ordered. She's definitely a day one customer. She ordered pangipopo for her and her staff. Now she's got a 5-star restaurant in central London. It's called Mere.
Mere.
M-E-R-E, which is the name of her mum, her beautiful mum. Nice. And so I will drive to London, which is 2 hours away, to deliver to Monica. And she orders probably once a month. And pangipopo was what she used to order in the beginning. But now it's kekepua. And the funny thing is, Winston and Yvonne visited London last year. And I was sharing Maina's Kitchen with them. And Winston said, have you ever tried chili kekepua? And I went, no, I haven't. He goes, try it. Well, it's a hit. It's all that goes. I only ever make the chili kekepua, and that is what Monica orders without fail
Oh.
every month. And she takes a couple of dozen. I'll drop it off. It's for her and her family. She doesn't sell it in her posh restaurant. But yeah, it's become quite popular. And my Bristol tasting girls, they tried it, they liked it, and so now, thanks to Winston, that's
no. Thanks to you. Don't worry about Winston.
no, he was the one that recommended it and gave us tricks. And it's popular. Yeah.
It's actually quite funny you mentioned that Winston mentioned the chili. Winston first had chili in his kikapua when I made them in Wellington, and he came down. So it's a recipe that Rongotai came up with. Students from Rongotai College.
I knew it.
Yeah, yep. And we
So how did you make it? So Fingal, how did you make it? What was the ingredients?
So what we use, a lot of the ingredients are French ingredients like alamboa, dolabo, and
oh, that's the fancy one.
Yeah. I think we'll have to do another session on Zoom where I can actually teach people how to make some of these recipes. But it's good that Winston didn't mention that he got it from a Rongotai old boy, this recipe. Yeah.
No, Winston did me a great favor. Winston and his brother Albert. Yeah.
Look, how has lockdown been for you guys here in New Zealand?
I love it. I love it because it's like being on a ship, because you sanitize everywhere you go. You queue up to go and get food. You're locked in your cabin. You don't go anywhere else.
You have a cook.
You have a cook. You have a cleaner. Yeah, it's kind of like here too. You know, like lockdown with my parents-in-laws. And the great thing about my housemates is that they really love me, but we want to kick one of our housemates off. So I think they're going to ring the leo, the police, to come and pick her up.
Lockdown was a bit painful at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the first 2 weeks, I was, for some reason, waking up angry. But Ben's very happy. He wakes up, good morning, and sleep good night. And it was like, and my parents, they would sneak out of the house. I'd wake up in the morning and Ben's taking them for a drive. And I'm like, the little Leos are going to come and get you.
Yeah, I take them for a drive because they want to vent. My housemates need to vent and, share with me their anger because I'm the peacemaker. And then when they come back home, they're all happy. And I brought them some flour, some bread to have with their ipuki.
Yeah. It was just.
But it was pretty quiet. Actually the first week, Tofinga, we have a gym right next door. We have this fully equipped gym.
My brother's gym.
We have her brother's gym, and we were doing the exercise for a whole week. We thought we were really good. Come the second week, we started buying junk food. Out came the Whitakers, out came the Twisties.
We lasted 1 week.
After 1 week of exercise, and then after that, it was like, I think we have to eat for comfort. That's what we had to do. Yeah.
So once we go level 1, once the borders open, what's going to happen with yourselves? Are you guys going to go straight back to the UK or head off to the islands, or what are the plans?
Yeah, it's just the work at the moment. So my agent was just saying to me, just stay put in New Zealand for now until things start to pick up a little bit more. So we're not sure whether we'll be leaving in June or leaving in July. So I just have to wait until my agent has said for me to come back to the UK. So
we'd rather be here.
I'd rather be here than we'll both rather be here than in the UK, because at the moment the UK is just a little bit crazy right now.
Yeah. Ben, we've got some more comments here from our viewers on Facebook, which is just gonna flick through. We've got Joseph Makisi. Hey, uncle and auntie, love and miss you guys from Makisi. We've got Sifa, Jolene, Isaac, and Elijah, all sending their love.
Hi, Sifa. Hi, Jolene. Yeah.
We also got Atenai New. Tofinga, can you and Ben do a duet, please?
Yes, please. Here we go. Here we go.
And we would love to, but the only problem is you can only hear one voice at a time on these. Yeah, so I mean, I think that people don't realize that Tanua'i used to sing opera in school, and I think if it wasn't for his modeling career, he would probably be touring around the world singing opera as well. And Tanua'i, what was one of your favorite opera songs when you were in school?
Nessun Dorma is something I normally sing, normally at a baritone voice or tenor. Depends what mood I'm in.
Let's give him a big hand. Nessun Dorma. Tanua'i.
It's just I don't sing on these little shows. I just do concerts. Sorry, I have to think that. I've got a comment. I've got a comment here. I've got a comment from your wife. I've got a comment here from your wife.
One of my girlfriends.
And I've got a comment here from the person who runs this Pasifika against coronavirus page.
Then Bessie Taylor, yeah, keep roasting the DJ.
Oh man, yeah. And we also got a comment here.
We got another one here. Poor Rupenda. Michael Kangwai, he's going to need to go to confession from Bakele after the show. Oh, do you remember we have to go for confessions?
And just the last comment here. Can I say something? But can I just explain? Because just for the viewers that don't know, Tofinga's really busy at the moment. He's in Auckland at the moment, and he's got a gig on at the moment. So we were told this morning that I'll be the main host, and I was excited. I met with Ben, met with Maina, and we had all this planned, and then got the background ready, the logo. I was so excited. I told my kids, come watch. Daddy's going to be the main host. And then we get a message at 6:45 that Tofinga's here. So yeah. Just
oh no, don't worry, because our friends in the UK, if they didn't see the finger, they said they won't see the whole.
They're only signing on
because it's 8 o'clock in the morning over there right now in the UK.
They only want to see Tofinga.
Yeah. So yeah, Tofinga, you're loved in the UK. So you must come to Bristol one day.
Yeah, we want you to come to the UK and do a show, Finga. Like,
I'd love to come to the UK. I'll wait for Alpati and Motu and those guys. Pat Lam can sponsor the show. And
Charles Pietro.
Yeah, Charles Pietro and Jerome Kano can order the pangipopos for the show. And I'll definitely come with Tanua'i. There's no way.
Oh, thank you. So,
another Tanua'i. Tanua'i Faith City. I'll come with him. And it'll be an awesome trip. No, guys, look, we really want to thank you for your time tonight. A lot of our viewers, not only in New Zealand, all around the world, but especially to want to thank all our viewers over in the UK, especially around the Bristol area. But Ben and Maina, what's some advice that you can give to our Pasifika people listening into our show tonight?
Just
I think also always remember to put God first, because He has the plans for each and every one of us, and through our faith and also through our prayers, we're truly grateful to be where we are, safe here in New Zealand as well, but also to remember that work hard, and also to don't be lazy. And for those people that want to do opera, it's called practice and practice all the time. And for Maina's baking,
it's I only started baking a couple of years ago, with the business. So whatever age, whatever talent or craft you have, just do it. It was a leap of faith for me. And it was, I had a great support system, sisters in the UK and the bros over there were like, just do it. Your food is good enough. And sometimes you just need to be told that it is good enough. So, I think, we're so unique. And it's one thing in the UK I'm so proud of. The Pacific, we're unique. And we're so loved. New Zealanders are loved over there. And, one thing with Ben and Ben's world of performance, it's the culture, the Polynesian style, the tone of voice that we have, even our mannerism and respect. It makes us unique. And so I think, you know, be brave, just do it, you know, and just pray, you know, God's got you, and yeah, He'll make it all happen. Just do your bit. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Ben, Maina. Thank you for the words of encouragement to challenge every single one of us. So, you know, what we pretty much got out of tonight is to make sure that you put God first, you know, step out of your comfort zone, and always, you know, surround yourself with good people. Thank you very much, Ben, Maina, for spreading the love, spreading our culture to the rest of the world. God bless you, your families, and the time that you still have with us here in New Zealand, and all the best when you head back over to the UK. Send our love to all our brothers and sisters in the UK, and we hope to see you there sometime soon. So thank you very much. God bless you, Ben and Maina, and also to our DJ. Please, if you can play some proper songs this time. We want to thank DJ Tanuai, our man Tanuai, for holding it down and making it possible for our show to be on tonight. But everyone who's been watching, thank you for supporting Pasifika against coronavirus. Check out all our other programs. Tanuai's got his Samoan program happening very soon. Check it out on our Facebook, and also all the other stuff that's happening. Support Ben, Maina. Check out Maina's Kitchen on Instagram, social media, and check out what Ben's going to be up to once the lockdown is finished and done. God bless you all, and we'll see you same time next week. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Malo apito.
God bless.